Ooh. All right, hello, and welcome to Missn Tarot. More upgrade stuff, man. More upgrade stuff. So, as we have Pluto ending its retrograde hold on the 8th, on October 8th, we have Pluto ending its retrograde. Of course, we still also always will have post shadow period, and then we have Saturn ending its retrograde on October 23rd. So we will have two planets coming out, but that's still going to leave us at and then I'm sorry, the Mercury retrograde technically ends on the 2nd, and the post shadow we're looking at for around the 15th. So, but for a little while and then resuming, let me grab this. So for a little while, we'll actually fall back to, let me get all of these. For a little while, we'll actually get back to,
They saw my nostrils.
they saw your nostrils? It's okay. You have beautiful nostrils. And decorated at that. So, and for a little while, we'll technically drop back to only having Uranus, Neptune, and Jupiter in retrograde. Okay? But we currently have, we'll still be at 4 because we currently have Mars. We're in the pre-shadow period of the Mars retrograde, and it's officially going to be full retrograde on the 30th. So the pre and post shadow period are going to run a little longer on the Mars retrograde because it is in the closer proximity to us here on Earth, on Gaia, on Mother Gaia on Earth. So we're looking at more of an effect. So if you especially if you are an Aries or a Scorpio or Gemini, because the entire transit, this Mars retrograde, will be taking place in the house of Gemini. So it's going to affect you as well. And so with the Mercury retrograde energies, and it's really going to be kind of something. And then we'll be right back up to, because then, I'm sorry, let me get it right. So the Mars retrograde, we're in the pre-shadow period of it now, so we're feeling the effects, especially so much, like I said, if you're a Gemini, an Aries, or a Scorpio. The Mars retrograde is not going to end until January 12th, 2023. That's going to put it in union with another Mercury retrograde transit, because the winter Mercury retrograde transit begins on December 29th and goes from January and goes till January 18th, putting your pre-shadow period at December 12th through February 23rd. I know this is a lot, so get out a pen. You might have to watch this a couple times to get all this down. Okay, so first we're going to look at the overall effects, and then at the very end, it will be at the very end, I'm going to talk about how it's going to be affecting us really during that winter Mercury retrograde period. So, like I said, coming up pretty much from now until December, we're looking at having, well, Jupiter ends its retrograde at the end of November, on November 23rd. Neptune ends its retrograde December 4th. And then remember, you're still going to have about a 2 to 3 week post-shadow period of energy. And then Uranus is still going strong. It doesn't end its retrograde until after this Mars retrograde. So we're going to be looking at, through the winter months, we're going to be looking at Uranus, Neptune, and Jupiter. What? Yes, several. Do you need a specific color?
No.
You're looking at Uranus, Neptune, and Jupiter, at least up until the end of the beginning of December, and Mars being in retrograde. Then, like I said, we have Mercury going back into retrograde, the beginning to middle of December. Right, about the middle of December. Okay. All right. So, let's look at how Mars is going to be affecting us, and especially because it happens to be doing this retrograde transit in Gemini. Not a good placement. Not a good placement. This is the conjunction of stress, worry, and self-criticism is what we're going to be looking at. So you're going to be, especially like I said, if you're my fellow Aries or you're my Scorpio people, because we are ruled by Mars, or like I said, if you are the Geminis, you're going to be looking at fine tuning yourself and your energy. This entire, excuse me, this entire massive retrograde season and occurrences that we've been having as of late. If you go back, I have another video posted that talks about all of the planets that have been in retrograde throughout this fall and moving into the winter months. I talked about how it's really about tearing down and rebuilding and restructuring of self. It's about self-evaluation. It's about pulling yourself apart and fine-tuning your parts and putting yourself back together again. It's about an overhaul, basically, of your mental, physical, spiritual, everything that is you. So this retrograde in Gemini with this Mars energy is going to be bringing out, first of all, it's going to help you face the worst of your fears. Will be coming to the forefront with you, for you. And how you deal with it, though, is a free will thing. You can either run from it, hide from it, and stay your ass in the bed under the covers, or you can get out of there and fight. You can get out of there and you can face those fears and you can confront it and you can challenge it and take it head on, correct it, live up to it, and stare it down. Conquer them and put those fears to rest, okay? All right, so you need to, these are the things that you, and like I said, and it's an intense or immense energy of picking yourself apart, really doing that shadow work and your mirror work, looking in the mirror and saying, okay, self, what needs to stay, what needs to go? What do I need to change? What do I need to keep? What weaknesses are really strengths? What strengths are really weaknesses? How you can use your strengths and your weaknesses for the greatest and highest of good. Because some of our weaknesses are not. They are a power, and some of our strengths are not. They are indeed a setback or a weakness. Destructuring, tearing down of your ego is going to take place during this period. So I need everybody to be on high alert. I need everybody to keep their self-esteem at an all-time high. I need everybody to be ready to deal with their shadow selves and a dark night of the soul kind of energy. Okay? This is not going to be an easy transit. This is not going to be an easy transit, and I'm going to need all of you to stay on your up and up, stay positive, and let's get in there, tear ourselves down, restructure ourselves, our spiritual, our physical, our mental, our belief system, the way we live, the way we move, our scheduling, everything. Okay? Our fears, our take the past things, work through them for a final time, and put them to bed and get yourself in alignment, because I'm assuming this is all taking place because there are big things to happen or to come in 2023. The universe would not be forcing us to do this shadow work and look in the mirrors at ourselves and pick ourselves apart and put ourselves back together and fine tune our entire lives if there were not major and grand things on the horizon. Okay, so things to be looking out for and to be careful of during this Mars in retrograde in Gemini. Be careful what you lend your energy to. Your energy is going to be of major importance, and you need to be really careful how you're expending and the delegation of your energy. I'm going to post, let me put a note for myself. I'm going to post the magic of not giving a fuck video. Have you watched it? I have to send it to you. Your grandma watched it, changed her life. No, I'm gonna send it to you. Where she talks about budgeting your life. She defines your fucks as things that matter to you in your life: your time, your energy, your money, your attention, things of that nature. So I'm gonna post that video. It will be in the comments of what? Go somewhere. Go get your ice cream. It will be in the comments of this video, so look out for that. Because you're going to want to manage your life accordingly. You're going to want to manage your energy and what you lend your attention to very carefully. You're going to want to get lots of rest and take extra good care of yourself through all of these retrograde transits, because they are pulling on your energies. If you look through your entire zodiac chart, most of us have a decent or equal balance of the different energies from different zodiac signs within our stop screaming. Shh. Me doing a video throughout our charts. And you also need to be paying attention, get your charts done, and pay attention to the different placements, because some of you are going, well, damn, I'm a Pisces, this is not affecting me. But little do you know, in your house of finance and work and money and luck, which is Jupiter and return, karmic return, which is Pluto and Saturn, you're looking at being a different sign there possibly. And that may be affecting you. You might not know. You might be an Aries or a Gemini or Virgo, being affected by Mercury during these transits. Okay? Know your chart. Know your chart and apply these energies to it. Please go watch the other video that I have posted about the 6 planets in retrograde currently. Okay. Be careful about what motivates you. Are you doing everything for the right reason and with the right purpose, for the right motivation? Are you motivated from a place of genuine, self-loving, caring, pure energy? Or are you being motivated by your ego? What is motivating you? No, I'm good. What is motivating you? Okay?
Baby, you learned that from Egypt. This ain't to play with.
So you need to pay attention to. They've had that all day though. I don't know what.
It's one of those slap things.
Okay.
That's what I was using it for. I used to pop it with it because it got a good quick sting, but it instantly goes away.
Okay, like a switch. Oh no, a switch linger for a minute, but still. But so basically, be looking at what motivates you. The why. The why am I doing this? Why am I behaving this way? Why is this important to me? Why am I focused on this? Why am I angry about that? Upset about this? Things of that nature. Look at the motivations behind look at the reasons behind what is motivating you to move, behave, act, feel, do, all that good stuff. Okay? All right. Make peace with your masculine energy. This is a Mars energy. Mars is masculine energy. I have to do this. I have to make peace with my masculine energy. Accept your power, basically. Accept your power. Be proud of it, embrace it, stand in it. Make peace with your masculine energy. Ladies and men. Some of y'all, men, I'm going to say it. I try to keep, when I do these informational videos, I try to keep it clean, but sometimes I have to throw one out there, and this is one of those times. Some of y'all out here acting, gentlemen, my kings, my masculines, my divine masculines. Some of y'all out here acting like little bitches, and you need to embrace your masculine energy so that maybe we can let up off of some of ours as the feminines out here. Okay, it's been said. Let's move on. Review your goals. Review your goals during this time. Are your goals realistically set? Because sometimes we can set some goals that are pretty far-fetched and unrealistic. So set some realistic, doable, manageable goals. Review them and review the plans to get and achieve your goals. Get to and achieve your goals. And if you don't have a plan to get to and achieve your goals, then what are you really doing in your life? You're sitting around wishing for a bunch of shit. Wishing and praying and manifesting, but manifestation and prayer without work an effort and a plan is absolutely pointless. It will get you nowhere. Okay? All right. Now, once again, rewire your ego. Rewire your ego. If you are operating and moving from an ego-based energy, this is the time to get past it and to let it go. Because guess what? Every damn thing is not about you. Everything is not about you. Sometimes we live in an ego-based energy, and when you have a paranoid attachment with your ego, like where everybody's out to get you, everybody's not always out to get you. And sometimes people do things for their greatest and highest of good, and it really doesn't have anything to do with you, but people can take things personally oftentimes that they shouldn't. I'm big on that. I think the world is out to get me. Why did you do that to me? And then a lot of times it wasn't that you necessarily were doing something to me. You may have just simply been doing something for yourself, okay? Or the person may be doing something for them, and it might affect you adversely or make you feel some kind of way, but that's an ego-based thing, and everybody, no one can live their life for you. We have to live our lives for ourselves, and so sometimes the decisions that other people make for themselves can affect you in a way that bruises or batters your ego. That's personal shit. Clean that up on your own. It's yours. Okay? Rewire your ego. Pay attention to your sexual health. Your sacral chakra energy. If you're getting too much, if you're doing too much, or if you're not doing enough. I'm not even in the chat. I don't know if anybody's watching. If you're doing too much or you're not doing enough, it is entirely up to you to gauge that and find a healthy medium. Because if you're not getting any, all work and no play, it's just not good for your ass. And if you're getting too much, you could end up physical and spiritual STDs. STDs are really 100% real and valid, okay? So let's just keep that in mind as we move forward. All right, so overall effects, it will stir up your emotions. There will be power struggles. Aries, Mars rules the head and the mind, so you may find yourself having head-related issues, which stems from your sinuses to the upper larynx and areas of your throat, tonsils, adenoids, ears, nose, your ear, nose, and throat issues. I forget what they called. Otorhinolaryngologist is what your technical doctor is called. That's an ear, nose, and throat doctor. That's what they're called. They're an otorhinolaryngologist. I know this because I have chronic otitis media, and so I can't if you've seen anybody do the Tibetan bowls where they hit the high notes and I can't do that. I cannot do those. I cannot listen to those. So for those of you YouTubers who do that, my light workers who do give a warning, please, before you do your Tibetan bowls, because it can really hurt people that have inner ear issues and functions and that may have water or fluid retention within their inner ear or even their head. If you have people that have a condition like hydrocephalus or what's it called? There's another one, and I can't think of the name of it right now, and I need my butt whooped because this is what my husband had. Where you have a buildup of fluid in your head, say at any point. Okay? You can have, it leads to hydrocephalus. It's just a condition that leads to it. So it can cause you serious issues. It can hurt. So for those of you who use a Tibetan bowl, give a warning. So for people who have fluid retention within the head and brain issues, that they can turn off or turn it down during those points, because people will do it without warning, and it's really off-putting. It's painful. It's actually painful. So be mindful for those of you who do that moving forward. So watch your headaches. If you're a person like my daughter that has seizures, please be paying attention. Anything head related, migraines, headaches, seizures, eye problems, sinus problems, like I said, any throat or upper throat issues, your ears, anything head related, okay? Tumors, please pay attention and be mindful of anything head related during this time. It may be acting up or causing you issues or problems. Get lots of rest. I know that if you are coffee is a very quick and reliever. If you are a migraine sufferer, if you look at an Excedrin bottle for headaches, the only ingredient that is present that is actually active is caffeine. That helps with the headaches. Regular does nothing else other than regular pain relief medications do. Okay. All right. So there's that. So effects, like I said, emotions. Well, you can be emotional because Mars is really the planet of anger and aggression. But men don't see it that way when they point at women and go, "You're emotional," because you're crying and you have a sad energy is not the only emotion. They deal with things in an angry manner, and that's an emotion as well. You're emotional as well, sir. Okay. Your anger is an emotion. So, like I said, anger or stir up emotions, power struggles, headaches. So now let's get into Mercury's winter retrograde. We'll be hitting and will be in activation along with this Mars retrograde from the middle of December, 12/12 for the pre-shadow period, officially on 12/29 through officially ending January 18th, 2023, and your post-shadow period, they're putting it at February 2023. So 2/23, okay? All right, so basically, during that specific retrograde period, the winter retrograde, what's going to occur is, and for briefly over the next few weeks until this till we move out of this actual Mercury retrograde, you're going to feel sluggish. Now, my Aries and my Scorpio people, you're really going to hate this because we don't like that energy. We don't like to feel sluggish. We don't like to feel slowed down. We don't like to slow it up at any given time. We like to stay on the go. We like to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Go, 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 now, 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 now. Is the energy that we move in because it's fire energy. And then with your Scorpio, even though it's a water sign, it's ruled by Mars. I like to call that steam. It's a hot water energy. So if you ever seen water boil, those bubbles are moving and that steam is rising at a rapid pace. So it's no different of an energy for my Scorpio people, even more so. So for the most part, make sure that you don't beat yourself up and put yourself down, or if you find yourself wondering why you're tired, you're feeling you're feeling stressed, you're feeling exhausted, you're struggling to maintain energy and to get enough sleep and rest and feel like you maintain your go, 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 now, Mars geared energy in everybody, because we all have a Mars placement and we all are still affected by this energy. So if you're feeling, like I said, tired, exhausted, slowed down, not feeling like doing anything, unmotivated and disconnected, then this may be why. And this is moving through, like I said, from like the middle of December, moving forward through February, or actually the Mars retrograde ends through about the middle of February, because that's the same time as it's till about the middle of February, the beginning and middle of February. So, and I'm assuming that's because we're going to need to reserve that energy for something. Trust me when I say, as a light worker, and I think most of us that are light workers and are in this community of existence and being and of enlightenment, that some major things are going to start to occur in our world and in our existence and in our realm and on this 3D plane between now and 2024. Okay? All right, so take this as a time to, the universe is telling you to rest. I need you to listen, because that's what this basically is. This is the universe, all of these planets being in retrograde, all of this energy that we're experiencing. It is the universe preparing us for something. So it's calling us to look at ourselves, pick ourselves apart, do our shadow work, have our dark night of the souls, deal with our issues, rewire our lives, restructure our thinking, rethink our goals and our future plans, get ourselves in alignment with our higher selves, get ourselves in alignment with the universe and the 4 and the 5D, becoming to acceptance, receiving our spiritual upgrades and ascensions, work and awakenings, and getting our rest at the end of this year and the beginning, of next year, and preparing ourselves for what's upcoming. Because there is a storm brewing, okay? If you look at the politics of the world and the way things that are going down, a lot of the signs that have been predicted by some of the greater prophets and psychics, including a lot of the prophecies. I'm not Christian, but a lot of the prophecies that are within the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and the Vedas are absolutely true and accurate. The scrolls, a lot, okay? A lot. So be listening and paying attention to all these things. The Incas, the Mayas, our Native Americans, pay attention. Pay attention. All right? So wake up, everybody. It's time. For what? We don't know yet, but we will. And I think if you see and look at the way a lot of our governments are moving, it makes a lot of sense. Okay? All right. So I love you guys. This has been your Mars retrograde update. Be kind to yourselves. Self-care. Lighter diets. Changing your eating habits. Getting your lots of rest. Stop making normal to accept that sleep is okay. Doesn't make you lazy. Everyone needs to rest. Everyone needs to sleep. It's also the way we receive our awakenings, our upgrades, and our messages from a higher self, a higher planes, and other realms. Our spirit guides, our ancestors, and our guardians. Okay? All right. So make sure you're taking good care of yourself, drinking lots of water, eating more fruits, eating more vegetables, more natural foods, getting yourself in a more natural way of living, away from a lot of chemicals, and just as a whole, living pure. Okay? All right. I love you guys. Take care. Bye. I hope this was helpful. What's the matter, Chunky?